Hi, this is Christina, and I am here on Releasing for a Better Life, releasing to give whatever you want. Again, I want to remind everybody how this works every time. I have I guess a program. I have a technique that I use to improve my life, and it's about releasing everything in my world, good and bad, and different to God, and waiting for messages to come back from God. And another piece I added on a couple or so ago is talking to your angels as well, and using your guardian angel, the angel that's with you all the time, that helps you through your life, that gives you positive everything. Talking to that angel and using that angel as a communication tool towards God as well, and as a way to help receive the messages that you're going to be getting. And the videos that I make here are basically like a journal that I put out for everybody. Since I started doing this program, since I don't believe I invented it or created it, I just found a way to utilize it in my daily life, and it's had tremendous success with me. I have changed my stress and my thoughts, my patterns. I've changed who I am just by using this program of releasing and talking to my angels, has been tremendous. And so I want to talk about a big piece that recently came to light and that I started really working on, and that was this theory of wishing. And you hear everybody say that all the time. I mean, my kids are famous for it. I wish I had this toy. I wish I had the day off. I wish I didn't have to go to school. I wish I, could have this friend over. I wish I could do this. It was a wish, 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 wish. And I realized that this term wishing is actually a way of saying you don't have. It's an acknowledgement of saying I don't have it, and I'm probably never going to get it. Or otherwise you wouldn't wish for it, because wishes are nearly an impossible task when you think about it. I mean, they may say, oh, the magic genie comes and grants you 3 wishes. But realistically, wishes are saying you don't have. It's a place of lack. And you need to remove that term wishing out of your life. You need to say, I'm not going to use wishing anymore. I need to come from an area of already having. And it's so important, especially when talking to your angels and giving away to God. And I want to explain how you can use these two people to make these two processes to make incredible changes in your life and really start getting the things you want into your life, and how it's worked for me. So, and I'm going to use how it's worked with my children, and my children are young, so I want to tell you that you can do this with anybody. If I can do this with a 6 and 8 year old, I can do this with just about anybody. So basically, every time my kids say, oh, I wish I had this toy, I would say, why are you wishing? If wishing is a place of lack. And I would explain to them how by wishing it's coming from a place of not having. They wish for it, they don't have it. And I said, but you want it. So what would it take for you to have this? Instead of wishing you had it, what would it take for you to get this toy? And my son would say, I don't know. And I said, well, let's use your intuition. Why don't you ask your angels and use your intuition on what it would take to have what you want? And so he started just saying, angels, I want this. And I said, I want it. And I said, and what does your intuition say to you about wanting it? I want it because my intuition says I'm going to have a great time with this toy. I'm going to have a great time with this toy. It's going to be fun. I'm going to be able to use it here and here. My intuition says this is a great toy for me. And I know this sounds simple, but for an 8-year-old, this is a very complex process. So, and we would do this every day. And then every day when he didn't get it, if he was upset, I would say, so let's release what you're upset about not receiving this toy, to God. And so he'd say, okay, I'm going to let God have it. God can have this toy, have the fact that I didn't get the toy today, but but I'm not going to give it up. And I said, why aren't you going to give it up? And he said, because my intuition says this is a great toy. I really enjoy it. It's a good thing for me to have in my life. And so eventually he continued on and on like this until he said, I have to figure out a way to have this toy, don't I? And I said, okay. He said, that's what my intuition is telling, and that's what my angel keeps telling me, is that I have to figure out a way to get this toy into my life. I have to devise a plan. And so that's what we did. We devised a plan in which he could have this toy into his life. And a very workable plan. So he built this plan, and he ended up getting the toy with the plan he worked out all on his own. And on his own, of course not, but he developed a plan. He developed a way to do it, and it worked. He got his toy, and I'll tell you what, it is probably the most loved and precious toy he's ever had. He uses it almost every day. He has found multiple ways in which to make it work for him. It's amazing. And enjoy it. And he's even said, I think this is one of my favorite toys. I didn't even know I would enjoy it as much as I do. And that's because he had built the expectation and used his intuition and used his God and used his angel to make it happen. So if I can use this for an 8-year-old, why can't you use it in everyday life? Why can't you use it for even the smallest things? I mean, let's say your wish is to find your perfect soulmate. That's my wish. I want to find my perfect soulmate. So then you remove the wish and you release to God, and then you start listening to your intuition. You communicate with your angel and you say, give me the intuition I need. You know, I'm ready for this specific person in my life. Give me the intuition of what I need. And as you pull in the messages and the intuition, and you use your messages from God, you use your messages from your angel, you communicate with your angel about what you need, you find out that it's actually your destiny to have that person. It's your destiny. Your intuition says, I'm meant to have this great relationship. I'm meant to meet this great person. And it becomes stronger in your life. No longer are you wishing from lack, but you're using your intuition to say, this is what I'm meant to be. I'm meant to have this person. And then you don't worry about when they're coming or how they're coming. You just know they're coming because that's what you're meant to have. And it becomes so strong that there's no longer even a worry or a stress. And every time you don't receive it, like let's say you go on a date and you're like hoping that's the right one and it's not the right one, just release the date. You say, God, I'm going to release this to you. You put it in the bubble and you release it to God, and you imagine that date that wasn't successful going after God. You never know. Maybe it was a good date and you just didn't know it. They're going to come back, or maybe someone else comes along. You just don't know. But you use this term, you release, so you no longer have the stress of it. And you constantly remind your angel that this is my destiny. This is my destiny. This is what I'm meant to do. I'm meant to have this person in my life. And you use your intuition. Say, you know what? Maybe I need to go to, this coffee shop. Or maybe I need to join a club. Maybe I need to be more of them. Maybe I need to join a church. I don't know. I mean, whatever works for you. Whatever your messages are that are coming your way on what you're supposed to do. It's about creating this place of you have it, it's there, it's your destiny, and your intuition will tell you where you need to go to receive this person or whatever it is you're trying to do. The only thing you have to make sure you don't do is put an intense timeline on it. If you say, I've got to meet him this week, you're going to set yourself up for disaster. If you say, this person is due to come into my life, they're here now. I don't know when I'm going to meet them, but this is my destiny. My intuition tells me it's absolutely spot on. Anytime I have a stress or a doubt, I release that to God. I keep reminding my angel, this is my destiny. This is what I'm supposed to have. This is the person I'm supposed to be. It will be there. It will be there. And I can tell you, I used something similar to this without understanding this process. When I met my husband, I said, I'm meant to meet somebody. I really am. I'm meant to have a soulmate, a person who helps me be a better person, a person that I can fight with safely, a person that I can love totally. I'm meant to find this person, and I found him, and it was beautiful. And even when I had these two kids, these last two, I knew I was destined to have these children, and I knew they were destined to be something amazing. Little did I know that they were going to be some of the most powerful pieces of this program, because they help build and remind me of what I'm doing every day. And I use them all the time to understand this process and how it works for people. They're just absolutely a phenomenal piece of my life. So if you do have a wish, I want you to work on releasing that wish and letting it go and changing it to a destiny. So this is my destiny. Change that simple wording from, I wish I had, I wish I had a new job to it is my destiny to have a dream job that I feel successful at. It's my destiny to have my dream love. It's my destiny to, have a beautiful home. It's my destiny to, have anything that you want. Change it from that simple thing and then use release to God, the stresses, the things that are working or not working, and talk to your angel all the time. Remind your angel all the time that this is your destiny. And I'll tell you one thing about working with your angels that we've talked about before. Sorry about that. Is that your angel wants to know what you're doing, what is meant to be there. They're there to listen. They're there to hear the complaints. But when you give them a clear picture of your destiny or what you're meant to do, that's when they bring it to you. That's when they help it happen. And you'll start seeing the cues or the suggestions when you're open. They will just start to happen. It's amazing. So anyway, I hope this helps. And if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. You can either leave a comment, you can email me. I'm always here to help with this. It's a great program. I can't stress enough the success that I've had with it, the changes I'm making in my life. And I hope that you find it too. If you have had any successes, please feel free to leave a comment down below. I'm sure everybody would find comfort in seeing what other people have done. Thanks a lot and see you next week.